Hello and welcome back to British Investigator Simulator. Uh, I don't think we have anything to get
Thank you.
from
Probably be
Rebecca,
back
so
later.
we're gonna leave right now. The two people I want to talk to right now are James and Ryan. Now let's go to James in case there's anything out of the ordinary he wants to tell us. Nothing here behind the Brandon house. I still can't believe it's called that. I feel like very few people would appreciate that. And I'm not very well read at all, so it's kind of a miracle that can appreciate that. Anyone in the greenhouse?
Simon mentioned another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill over there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm okay. Is this where the herbs are? I see some herbs. That looks like mint.
I wonder if James knows this is here. I
Oh,
don't know what it is, but it'll be interesting to
oh,
see what he says about it.
WW, huh? Yeah. Let's get ourselves some White Widow. Good stuff. Good choice. No, I think that said MM, actually. I'm just being silly. Yeah, I'm definitely no botanist, but that looks like the mint my friend grows on his windowsill.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Magic mint, yes. Okay. Well,
Double mint. Mint
Did
that's
you know
also
Liam
mint.
it's
Mint
crossbred with
with
it's
mint.
crossbred with mint.
Died.
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
He was in my year, on a different course.
What course was Liam on?
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam was when he killed himself.
Right, so you didn't meet him.
Degree in plant science.
Botanist.
Well, I mean, also, you think that there's a contradiction? He's... Yeah, I don't... Not that I know of. Maybe... Yeah. Yeah, the phrasing of that thing kind of clears it up, but I get what you were going for there. No one seemed to know this Liam guy. I mean, Ryan seemed to be the only one who actually knew him. Yeah, we'll ask him about the plants and then see if the...
If I did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah, it's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Rock
Have you ever
stars.
seen anyone local using it?
Not that I remember.
Yeah, Donald Trump was... Richard Nixon. Oh, wait, no, that was... sorry, that was the peace sign. Sorry.
Ever hear the phrase free to be free? Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
He wouldn't know about
Hail
that.
Spider-Man.
Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called Investigating James.
Yeah. It's just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Yeah, I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
James continues to be very vague and unhelpful. He has nothing to do with Atlas, so he shouldn't have seen anyone using that symbol. Hasn't discussed the course with Simon. Doesn't...
Stuck in that really uncomfortable position where he doesn't actually do any crimes, but knows that he looks like someone who does crimes.
We're gonna nail James on something, but I don't think this is the time.
Maybe didn't recognize the mask crossed with some. That's a long shot, though.
Crossed with what? With what? The phrase?
Something to do with Liam, or something to do with the phrase.
Oh, right, because Liam made the mask. But he didn't recognize the mask. That's consistent. No.
They just be to give us the plants.
I'm waiting for James to slip up on something.
You have a question of what do the mint leaves have to do with anything else?
Yeah, and why were they...
What would showing someone mint tell us that's relevant?
Why is the mint even relevant at all? Why was it on the floor in the greenhouse? Not that it doesn't belong there, but it was...
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint. Where did you find this?
Magic mint.
It's actually called
Salvia
that?
divinorum.
Oh, it's salvia!
It makes you trip.
Why?
It's a hallucinogenic and legal.
Yeah, and it's
Quite
legal.
a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about
Stay
growing drugs.
pure.
Though she claims not to use them herself.
The owner of a
I'm not
bar.
so sure.
Salvia. Boring.
Alright, now we could maybe go back to James and be
later
all
on
like,
if that's
this
okay."
is wizard mint, gotcha!
Yeah, now we're gonna get him. Well, it's legal, so it's like, who gives a shit? You know, it's
Not
not...
a crime, but it's still, hey, it's wizard mint. What were you doing with the wizard mint? Something to do with your fancy scrying mirror, huh?
Actually, that's probably the answer.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
You've been meditating on the magic
Heard
mint?
of Salvia divinorum, James?
It's even called
What's that,
Divinorum.
skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
Oh, come
So
on.
You've never heard of salvia?
No.
Just told me you were a botanist 10 minutes ago.
Aha. So, your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Maybe.
Sam was good at
Do
it.
grow it.
Yeah, it's legal. Why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes. Meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else? Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later.
The only drug he grows. Not sure I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing a legal one?
Yeah. I don't know if this is relevant to James,
Only
but
makes mirrors for others.
yeah, this private use only. Wait a minute, no.
We know he trades herbs with.
Bingo.
Ah. When you say herbal tea, do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew.
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you give it to anybody else? How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it. But that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
Didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. You don't know about Third Eye. You know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them, single-handed.
Huh?
I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again.
Wha-
They were what?
Slow
You don't know
down.
anything, do you? Look. They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know.
Get a
To make
prequel
your
that's
life
about
better sort
Donut
of
Wizard
crap.
and his war against the
Putting
small
everyone
town
through
cult.
this brainwashing program to make them compliant and selling them on. It's all there.
What do you mean?
Hey, look, it's the moon emblem.
Selling them. Objects, commodities.
To who?
To anyone who could afford them. Top politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
What for?
You don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up to them and threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give a damn.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Exactly what I'm saying. So I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide, but there's no way.
So, did you ever actually meet Liam?
I found out about him.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
It's obvious, you can tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. And I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. The US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented. You
Oh
can
my
read
god,
about it.
this guy.
They showed all the same signs.
So, did you ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
From what people said who'd been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
Then why aren't you
Just
dead?
after Liam died.
Yeah,
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
Well, that was a lot to take in. Does James really believe all this stuff? This is the first I've heard about Third Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is one?
Whoa. Wasn't expecting all of that. Holy shit.
All from a bag of mint.
I know. That was just... I thought that was just a little... Like, oh, yep, you got me. I do give salvia to other people, whatever. Wow. Is there anything else? Here, imagination list, here. Just a second. Sold salvia to Liam. He was part of a cult called Third Eye. They were a local cult and slave traders. They brainwash people and then sell them to wealthy businessmen and the Illuminati for millions of dollars. But he never went to a Third Eye meeting. He just knew. Yeah. And they broke up after James put up a bunch of flyers like this. So this is the thing that did Third Eye in. This millionaire slave brainwashing cult was done in by a bunch of flyers.
Sold salvia to Liam and never met Liam, although those may have already been expended by triggering that whole wave of events.
I think
I was wondering if you could cross-reference the flyer with the mask symbol.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But that might be redundant talking about it with him because
yeah, I think we're
he's
done
told you
with...
how he knows about the symbols.
I think we've gotten all we can out of James. Yeah, I know. All of that could be complete bullshit. Is that... well, okay, I should check that quickly. That might have been removed. Yeah, he could tell us all about the other cult in this game, the Orange Clan.
Questions, if that's okay.
Just get 5 contradictory conspiracy theories from the same guy by asking slightly different questions.
It's changed. It changed his statement.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Information has been properly updated.
Whew. Okay. I mean, it was pretty easy to break James once he actually told a lie. Yeah, try to keep it easy on the back seating. If I get stuck, then give me go ahead and give me some hints. Although people have been kind of I've been staying ahead of chat for the most part. For the most part. There's a couple times when I've been like, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea." And yes, the happiest were the Earthbound cult.
A few more questions, please.
Hey, Rebecca, you know... Where do I even start? My god. Yeah, it's just... So she... might know about this.
Have you seen this before?
Don't take any notice of that.
Why?
James Wilson is a fantasist. He spends his time pretending to cast spells in the woods. He's not exactly a stable person. And, I heard that he was involved with growing cannabis. Well, don't quote me on that.
Him?
So you don't think there's any
No.
truth at all to this?
None at all.
The salvia stuff seems way worse than weed. Devil's lettuce. I forgot that was a term. I don't think there's anything here. Didn't know Liam very well. Well, she says she doesn't take any drugs or medicines. She said she used to grow it. Just bring up her hypocrisy. Ah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Probably be back later.
All right. We have a long overdue appointment with Ryan. I think it's time.
You're under arrest for, well, I just don't like you.
Now, I've been putting this off for a while. It's time. We need to find out. We need to find out about this third eye thing, because it's very likely that he ran a thing. Oh, hello.
Would you start a session? Do you mind?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll leave you in peace.
Huh. I was kind of hoping we'd get to talk to Kyle.
For the crime of I just don't like you.
Alright, the Atlas phrase. So this is going to give us a contradiction. It has to. The rest, man, I don't even know where all this is gonna go. I'm kind of afraid, to be honest. Here we go.
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase free to be free?
Free to be free, my favorite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, well, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realize their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall.
Ah.
When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
But the fingers, the students are using that symbol. How, you have to know about that.
I guess that's just minor quibbling rather than a major snare.
But it is something. Alright, let's move on. Yeah, I know, the village hall, that's something, but we're not up to that just yet.
We don't yet have a way to jab
what
him
this
with the village
is?
hall.
Yeah.
Looks like chopped tea bags to me. What is it?
I just thought you might know.
I don't know anything about plants, Inspector. What you should do is ask Rebecca. She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
It's the good shit, Ryan. That's what it is.
Yeah, Ryan, you don't know anything about mess or growing.
You know, I was expecting to be able to... I was expecting something I could really nail him on, but so far...
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Yeah. What is it?
It's a hallucinogenic plant. A legal one. At least for the moment.
I've no interest in drugs, Inspector. My job. That's the only drug I need. As trite as that may sound.
Do you know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
No, no. My students aren't interested in that kind of thing. Besides, no one is allowed drugs or alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought drugs to Atlas.
Do you have any medicines on site at all?
No, we're not allowed. Insurance purposes.
No one's allowed to bring drugs or alcohol onto the site, he says, while twirling. Also, while frequently noting how one of his students shows up drunk.
Yeah, I mean... No, those obviously aren't going to.
Has no interest in drugs, frequently goes to the pub.
Yeah, no, that infers that she pre-games before her meetings, or is just always drunk. That's not something we can really nail him on. He's going to just deny this up and down. I can already predict this.
What do you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
No, sorry.
Well.
Aha.
Well, at least that one's easy.
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask. Then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
That explanation was way too
There,
short.
now we can
Ryan's
cross-reference that
definitely
with
hiding
used
something.
to operate out of town hall.
But that didn't get me anything. I feel like we need to get something else
There we
here.
go. Yeah, it never came into contact with Third Eye.
Oh, okay. So...
It just hadn't refreshed properly when you got back the first time. That was off of the phrase.
What is it?
Like off of asking him about the phrase mentioned that he used to work in the town hall. That he used to be based in town hall.
Oh, right. That one. That's it. Thank you.
According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the village hall, is that right?
Was it?
Ah, that's where you were based, wasn't it? Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase free to be free while you were based at the village hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
No shit.
You see, Third Eye...
Is me.
Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
Yeah, that was pretty
Atlas
obvious.
Is Third Eye.
In a new improved form, yes.
And you ran Third Eye.
With Dad, yes.
So you must have known Liam. You didn't just meet him, did you?
Yes, I knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
You've been investigated about his death?
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. It was an end to it.
You had
Wait,
to
the
change
flyers
it.
actually...
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. Thought that was an end to it.
Flyers drove him to shut down.
James, his cronies,
Had to let the heat
were
on.
alone. So we had to close down. Buy a new place. Rebrand. So eventually,
Wait, James has cronies?
reopen here
As Atlas.
as Atlas.
And it worked.
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the
Cult
course to see
rescue.
what he was about.
So James
Cult rescue.
wouldn't know that you were now
You're
running
giving your
Atlas.
followers
Not
away!
unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing.
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? The course starts in 15 minutes.
Oh?
Excuse me, Inspector. Hello. I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right. See you later. That was Dad. I have to go back. You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
That sounds like a good idea.
To be perfectly honest, Dad's a great businessman, but he lacks imagination. He does, however, believe in the power of the individual, when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan! In here. Just coming. He's through here.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I am investigating a death in the village. I believe you knew Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a big mad. You do now.
Father.
You must forgive my son, Inspector. He still can't summon up the courage to come straight to the point. So what do you want to know?
Well, a few more questions if you don't mind.
But I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question, like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
I'll go back to the centre. I have one or two things to prepare. Call me if you need me, Dad.
You may begin, Mr. Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you. I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No, that's
need...
as is. But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, far away.
Okay, thank you.
Hard
Also, he
facts.
doesn't take any prisoners. It's obvious who's pulling the strings in this family, and I wonder what they got up to in their previous guise as Third Eye. 8 o'clock already.
Well.
They were on Salvia Divinorum.
And where do I start? Yeah,
If I did
Bicycles.
this,
What's the
would it
deal?
mean anything to you?
I presume you've seen an Atlas student doing that.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea. The students started doing it spontaneously to show commitment to the cause. Cute, really. Which student did you see doing that?
I'm not sure, but he was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
Oh, it's usually a fine.
All right. What about defiling public liberty? Does that carry a fine too?
Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
We encourage people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second.
Oh god, they really
The
are
problem with the law,
objectivists.
Inspector, is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Respect it. I abide by it. We all play by the book, Inspector, but that's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
I can see right now that I should be asking about the Atlas phrase.
Can you
That
tell
he's-
me a little
that they're
about the
making
Atlas
this great
phrase,
moral
free to be
standing
free?
point over
Where
graffiti.
did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs, all that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
It was a little strange.
So, you believe that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have...
Would not surprise me if that
done
bit was ad-libbed.
Well, that's the whole point.
The door just sprung open during a take and they went with it.
That would be amazing.
Interesting opinion.
No place for guilt in business. Yeah, I've certainly been hearing that. Reluctantly abides by the law. Do I have to catch this guy in an ideological contradiction? Because it seems like what this is coming down to.
Bicycles, eh?
Tell me about Simon's
Give
bicycle.
it a try,
Did you know
homebrew.
anything about Simon Thompson's bike?
No.
Yes, that's exactly what I was hoping for. No. Man. Alright. Let's,
Show him the driver's license, see if you can get him started on a rant about the number of the beast. All must be branded to take part in society.
Yeah, we do need to ask him about...
How well did you know Kate?
Hardly knew it at all. Met her a few times. At the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday. I just popped out of the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Possibly spoke to her.
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere?
No.
What do you know about
Ever
homebrew?
tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
Well, the pendant he might know about.
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or a killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
Oh no, I'm the killer! Ah! That's such a great answer. I didn't have any evidence bags.
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace.
I came out here, this was pretty routine, and then all of a sudden evidence.
Little bird in cage flying away. Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh,
For
not,
who?
For Kate, by any chance?
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Which student?
I've no idea.
We definitely need to know. But no, that's the thing. The necklace was Emma's. Emma got the necklace as an unwanted present.
I got it from Cade.
Yeah, and she gave it to Kate. But I don't have any link between him and Emma. Yes, she did sleep with his son. That's the only link I can think of, and we haven't brought that up yet, so... Yeah, he wouldn't know about the pub. He better know something about this mask, otherwise I'm gonna nail him on it.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
A what?
It's a monarch mask.
Monarch is a fancy dress. Outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
Okay, we'll come back to that. He shouldn't know anything about the pub argument.
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub?
Should I have?
No, that's fine. Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed
By an agency, yeah, we know.
And when was that?
Last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to that. Oh boy.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No,
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
not at all. Strange question.
We still don't have anything connecting the mirror with the course. Alright, here's the stuff that's important.
How well did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh. Well, as far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
Suicide,
Were you there
Liam.
when he died?
Yes.
And
What?
afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that, he seemed perfectly happy.
He was drunk.
Well, I assume the bottle in his hand contained whiskey and not lemonade.
Lots of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking, depression, is that normal for the students?
No,
People
it's
come into
normal
the
for
Atlas course for quick
objectivists.
solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
Our course either makes you a titan of industry or drives you to suicide. One or the other.
Well, yeah, the strong survive, you know, and everyone else kills themselves. Oh boy. Statements are piling up, and we haven't even got to the really crazy stuff yet. No? What? I guess it's not concrete enough. I'll let that slide. Alright.
Know what this is, by any chance?
I've no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know. I presume you've met Rebecca.
Yes,
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior. Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Oh boy.
What was that?
Well, she isn't exactly housewife material.
Wow.
She likes to be in control, like Wyatt. Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
This guy is excellent. I love this. Oh, man. Holy shit. I want to see that again.
Know what this is, by any chance?
I've no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know. I presume you've met Rebecca.
Yes,
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior. Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well, she isn't exactly housewife material. She likes to be in control, like Wyatt. Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
Yes, we nailed Ryan on the third eye contradiction, and he revealed that Atlas used to be third eye, and then James started putting up posters, and they decided to do a rebranding. Did I get all that right? I think that's... At the same time, he got a call from his father and said, "Oh, I'm going down to see Dad." He's like, "If you'd like, I can."
We were invited up to meet the old man.
Yeah, we were invited. So now we're talking with Mr. Ryan, with Mr. Rand, who is yeah, he is he's a piece of work, but I am not able to crack him just yet. And it doesn't seem like he's going to know anything about the salvia. He should know. Well, he should be telling us about Third Eye, though.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum, or magic mint?
Sounds like it might be a drug.
It's a hallucinogenic plant. Legal, as a matter of fact.
I'm not a drug taker, Inspector. I have no enthusiasm for voluntarily poisoning your brain.
And you've never seen anyone on the course taking it?
Well, if someone had, they wouldn't have done it openly. We don't allow drugs or alcohol on our course.
Yes.
We like to tell the students that success is the best drug. Whether you buy into that, of course, is another matter.
Yeah. Nothing strange there. Alright.
Dare to abandon archaic human morality and ascend to a higher level of being.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you? James, our local minister for propaganda. I suppose Ryan already told you about that. Our actual previous incarnation.
He explained, yes.
Did he tell you anything scandalous?
Not unless you count the suicide.
These things happen.
Was it your idea?
The suicide?
Third eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And Third Eye was the same as Atlas, teaching business skills.
Very similar.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate's. It was out of our control.
You can't blame me for wondering, Paul. 2 student deaths in 2 years.
It's called a coincidence, Inspector. I expect they had fast food also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies, are you?
Oh no, that's what the health inspector does.
Actually, we have an appointment with the with those guys pretty
Also,
soon.
the local chippies isn't known for causing drowning. If they both died of heart attacks, maybe.
Man, there's a lot of stuff here.
Actually, Liam had been drinking at the seminar versus they
Liam's
don't
death was
allow drugs and
unavoidable.
alcohol on the.
Oh, at the seminar. Wow.
Yeah, saying
Okay.
that he did it at class when they're not supposed to allow that.
Man, I'm starting to miss these things.
Aha. So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try to stop him, but didn't work.
But you let him stay on the course?
Yeah, well, we couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector.
Don't believe in
We're not
actually
police
enforcing
that can't
rules with
enforce
threats of force. We were powerless to stop him. He was free to be drunk.
They're entitled to stay on the course.
And what if they want to take drugs?
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe
The opposite of what I
one
expected.
paint stripper all over their faces.
Do you store any alcohol at Atlas?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs in there or alcohol.
Whether I find alcohol at Atlas or not, it probably isn't particularly relevant.
No,
But
it's
it's
not.
worth a look anyway.
But having the chance to snoop around Atlas does seem like a big deal, actually. Huh. Third Eye was Paul's idea. Liam's death was unavoidable seems like a pretty big statement.
Maybe compare it to the nice things that he said about Liam.
I think I might have tried that already. Yeah, I did. The mask. Oh, wait. He hasn't seen the mask before. No. Something about Monarch costumes. We haven't heard about this, and Ryan uses the shop. But what can we
Oh,
get?
that might give us the ability to visit somewhere.
Yeah, I'm thinking we might just have to snoop now.
It's not always clear when some of these questions unlock, like flags for us to interact with elsewhere
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
when you don't get an item.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could probably.
I get the feeling I might be seeing a lot of Paul tonight.
Yeah, that does seem like the case. Definitely.